told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Turned up, turned down right now.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And some room to run now. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Check, Comcast, check, Comcast.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
So that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for L.A. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Herbert now. And it's caught. Touchdown. Keenan Allen from 6 yards away. And the Chargers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Hurts fumbles it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 22. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
6-0 our score after 1. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Eagles call on the extra extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Herbert just beat the play clock. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Okay, ready?
Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Get it!
On 4th down, they're going to try the jet sweep. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 52 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Let's go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready?
They go play action with Hurts. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Hurts fumbles it. And this is recovered by the Chargers. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different in that position.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Off the play fake to Eckler. It's Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Powers through him. Throw right side. Caught by Goddard, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
19.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 37. 95 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Eckler now between the tackles. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's Eckler again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Once more, here's Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here. Hurts fumbles it.
And picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out.
A tackle made by J.T. Woods.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. And tackle them almost on the spot, that means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith,
83 yards.
and the Eagles are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
113 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
First down, Los Angeles.
first down, and they stick with Eckler. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. Keenan Allen, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he's got his man on the out route, and he goes out right around the 39. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 30. 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week one, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
First down, Chargers.
CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So, for the Chargers, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out.